softly. A blanket. She comes in my room and snuggles my covers around me and then gives me a kiss. And she says good night.
Well, it's been a long time since my mom tucked me in at night, but I remember her doing something I really liked. She would pick me up and she would just drop me from like 3 feet in the air into the bed.
She pulls a blanket over me. She sings me a little song, and she prays.
Hugging kiss.
Does she give you kisses?
Yeah.
She always pulled the covers up and made me warm.
The blanket's over me. Cover me up. She gives me kisses.
She says, I love you.
When it's dark. She says good night and gives me a kiss. Nicely.
She usually just yells night.
She pulls the covers over us, and she kisses us, and she hugs us. She pulls the blankets over and kisses me goodnight.
By giving me a kiss.
How did she tuck me in at night? I don't even remember. She probably just told me to go to bed.
Hug and kiss. And she wakes me up.
Wow, you gotta realize I'm 52 years old, and that's one thing I can't remember my mommy tucking me in, but my mommy always took good care of me at bedtime, I'm sure.
Well, she like holds a blanket, and then she puts them over me. She usually texts us in first, and she like gives us a kiss and says good night.
Sometimes she does. Usually I tuck myself in.
She reads me. She comes and reads me a story.
They pray with everyone, like they just stand in the hallway and pray. Sometimes they just pray and like me and Landon share a room, so they pray with me and Landon together, and then me and James separately.
With the blanket down. She tucks me in and she just sings a little song to me, and she says prayers with me. Put my covers up.
Sometimes, occasionally, she'll get in bed with me, which is not correct. It's not the correct way to tuck you in. Other times, she'll just come in and say a prayer with me.
Well, she just puts the blankets on me and then she just says goodnight.
She sits on the edge of my bed and prays for me.
First, they say goodnight to Colts and then they go to my bedroom.
She tucks me in and she says sleep tight, and then I say I don't let the bedbugs bite.
You're great. I love her spaghetti. Macaroni and cheese. Waffles.
Anything. I eat anything.
Salad.
Cheeseburgers.
Pizza. I think it would be the green bean casserole. Noodles.
Crab soup.
Say like it's a kind of a chicken. It's kind of like a chicken with meat and noodles.
The favorite meal that my mom makes is probably lasagna.
Velveeta shells and cheese.
Mom makes so many good foods. I think my favorite is probably ugali and chili.
Meatballs.
I really like when Mom makes meals from Africa.
She cooks me lots of meals and I like most a lot. The ducky. Her homemade pizza. Very yum.
Oh, everything my mom made was so good, but I think I'd have to say I remember eating squirrel as a kid, and that was one of my favorite meals. In fact, I liked it that much, I asked for it for my birthday meal.
Chicken on bone. Spaghetti. Either fettuccine or lasagna. Mac and cheese. Hot dog.
Hamburgers on the grill are pretty right up there.
Byerland.
Chicken noodle soup. Pierogi and meat.
Her meatloaf. Fish stromboli. Fish.
Cheese and noodles and meatballs. Chicken noodle soup.
Well, she still makes it, and it's ham loaf, mashed potatoes, and corn. And she makes that at least once a year for me, and I love it.
Chicken on bone. Pierogi. Cooked carrots and mashed potatoes. A bear one.
Well, she sometimes reads chapter books to me.
My American Girl. The Dynasty.
Goodnight Moon was one of them.
Books.
She doesn't really read me stories, but sometimes she'll read me an article from the newspaper.
Oh, Peter Rabbit.
Humpty Dumpty.
Bible. The Trumpet of the Swan.
Fancy Nancy. But I do like the way the cars and like from Timbuktu to Kalamazoo. Porgy Dan.
Well, we don't really read many stories. I really like You Are Special by Max Lucado.
I think it would be Junie B. Dune. I usually read to myself, but if I do, there's this chapter book we're all reading together. I like it a lot.
Well, I can remember my mom used to read me the Hardy Boy book series, and I remember on cold winter nights we'd sit in by the fireplace and we'd sit there and she'd read me Hardy Boy stories, and I just loved that, and I remember some of the stories to this day.
Well, she also hasn't read me a story in a long time, but if I remember right, I really liked when she would read me a book called Big Joe and Busy Wheels. And, or maybe it was just Busy Wheels, I think it was called. And I think it came from the church library, but I loved that story as a kid.
The Bible. Susie Smooth.
My favorite story that my mom reads to me is probably the Christmas story every Christmas.
The Bible.
She never tells stories to me.
Library.
My favorite story is the Bible.
But you were supporting a fire gun.
Huh? Bears.
I don't know. I don't have a favorite story. She didn't really read me a story.
Most of the time she yells. I say sorry. She made me go to the steps. You get in trouble? Us go in the back room or maybe stand in the corner. She yells sometimes.
Well, normally when I didn't listen, my mom would threaten to tell my dad, so that's pretty much what I can remember. I'll tell Dad when he comes home.
Puts me on timeout. She's banging me on the bottom. She puts me in the timeout.
She'll tell me again, maybe with a slightly agitated tone.
What my mom does when we don't listen is takes away something that we really like.
Spank me. Talk to me. She puts me up sends me to
Let's see. Well, I always listened, so I don't know what she did. Actually, that's not true. She had a roller that got used every so often. That's what I remember.
She yells really loud. She makes me stand in the corner. She yells, time out. She usually just yells at us.
Gets annoyed. She just says, "Knock it off."
Your hand. Ace. Thank me.
She says, "Are you even listening to me?"
It punishes me.
I think she would go out in the kitchen and slam the cupboard doors a lot of times.
Thank God she talks to Dad and then she spanks him.
Yells. Sometimes lets it go or spank.
Yell at me.
She snaps her fingers. She usually gets sometimes us in trouble. Stop.
I always listen.
How do you think she tickles us? I like when she snuggles me. I love that she takes care of us and she feeds us and she just keeps the house ready.
She's fun, she's nice, and she's really kind.
She reads stories to me. That she bakes cookies.
I like that she is caring and always is praying for me.
Well, I'm not thinking of anything.
She was always okay with whatever we destroyed.
She kisses us. That she's kind.
Helps me and makes food and drives me to school.
That she's really nice and she's willing to take me to her house to volunteer.
She helps us with things that are hard, like hard homework. She explains it to me. David, my mom that she's very nice. I love to play cards, but sometimes she doesn't let me play cards all night. Pizza.
What I love about my mom is that she always puts her kids first and then herself.
I love that she always takes care of me and she always makes sure that I have food for my lunches.
I love when she asks me, like, what do you want for dinner?
when she sings to me at nighttime.
Everything! My mom's so great. I like that she talks with me and is always there for me and she prays with me and she's just great.
I love a lot about her.
Well, what I love about my mom is my mom always loved me unconditionally. It didn't matter what I would do, my mom always had love for me, and that's the kind of, that's what I remember about the love my mom has for me.
Because she gave me a kiss. She tickles us. She plays with us.
I love how she has always been there for me and how she is still there for me whenever I need something.
She gives me hugs and kisses.
The food she makes.
Like you.
She gives me everything I need.
She plays with us. She said go to bed.
She is resourceful.
Giving me hugs.
That is really nice.
Can you say love you?